I got a blank made up to the size I need. Now to route the groove, first I've got to mark it out. To cut it, I've got a cove bit in my router, and I measured the distance from the edge to the center point and set a combination square to that distance so I can trace the line. That way I know where to stop my corners. The trick will be the big radius for where the reservoir bowl kind of thing is going to go that I'll hand carve. Anyway, time to mark this and then route it out over however many passes it's going to take. I was so excited to finally put my elementary geometry skills to use for the first time in my working life that I forgot that I need to fill some of these cracks. So I'm gonna have to redraw some lines, no big deal. Let's get this stabilized and finish the lines, get to routing. The little reservoir bowl thing for all the yummy stuff to collect. I could have done that with a router freehand. I actually did okay on the curves, but I've got some gouges. I did another carving video on a thing. I'll do a thing on the screen thing about that. But anyways, it's a good excuse to hit stuff. So I'm gonna hit stuff instead of routing it out. Shaping is done. Time to get this thing sanded. Going to put my marker to work again, which I love because it's dustless and low vibration. But anyway, the works great with the Abernet. I'm just going to run through 80, 120, and then 180, and it'll be ready for finish after some laser work. I think I'll laser this some for them. Anyway, let's go. A lot of fun, but I'm about to go visit some friends in Kentucky and see how they run their production shop. And they recently got a Shaper Origin, haven't played with it yet, and I think this will be a really good project to kind of understand the basics and see how that goes. They also have some table offcuts that are a perfect size, ready to start working on to do this, so let's head up there and do that. First thing we're going to do is lay out some shaper tape on everything, and that is what the computer and the shaper is going to use to know where it is on the thing we're going to route. Okay, we have the right bit in that we want to use, so now we need to give the shaper a chance to orient itself
see where the board is and all the tape on it, so that way as it sees those unique patterns on the tape as we go along, it'll know where it is, and that's how it does what it does. Now that the Origin's taken a picture and knows where everything is, we can import the graphic we did on the computer and place it where we want. Juice groove is done, but we need to know where to cut out. This would be pretty quick to do with the track saw and just measure, but since we're kind of learning the shaper and want to push its limits, what we're going to do is build a rectangle in shaper software itself and try to overlay it in the right place. We actually have this in the software, but then took it out of the graphic. It would have been smarter to leave it in the graphic, but now we know that. With all the juice groove stuff done with the shaper and the outline cut out, now I would go to the bandsaw, rough out the shape, and then use a trim router to flush it up. The grain filler I use at home is clear. I didn't realize that this neutral was going to be white. I don't like it, so we're going to try staining the wood, and hopefully that penetrates into the grain filler and darkens it up some. Okay, as you saw, as soon as I started sanding, that didn't work, so just gonna scratch it out of the big chunks and then use some black wood filler that I didn't realize I had because I asked for grain filler, so it gave me grain filler. This is regular wood putty. I'm gonna keep this board for me, so I'm not worried. I'm sure this is safe food-wise, so yep, time to do it again. There we go. That's a twist on a cutting board, make a brisket board. Got the little bowl for the au jus to settle in, so you can use that for gravy or dipping or whatever. I hope this gave you some ideas of how to spruce up some cutting boards, or just kind of reinforce the idea that even if you don't have the tools you see people use, there's always a way to make things work if you want to. Anyway, I hope you were inspired, learned something, or at least entertained. And until next time, make time to make something.